Hello, everyone. We're here with Dr. John Samuel today to talk about connecting Wikidata with the Wikimedia projects. John, could you tell us the first time you started editing Wikidata? What got you into it?
Thanks, Danny, for the question. It was back in 2016 when I started editing Wikidata, and more precisely, it was 10th November 2016. And when I checked my first edits, they were related to adding descriptions to different items on Wikidata. For example, what was the person doing? What was their field of work, etc., etc. And then slowly I started working with different tools and I added images. That was the next step. And slowly then I moved on to improving software applications on Wikidata. For example, there are applications from open source distributions like KDE and Genome. There are a lot of information on these softwares on English Wikipedia, but these have not been properly documented on the Wikidata. So I started editing Wikidata and adding more information to describe this software on Wikidata. And since I'm coming from computer science background, and I love programming, and felt that there is a lot of information missing on Wikidata when it comes to programming languages or softwares. So I slowly moved on to working on programming languages, how to describe them, etc. And then I came across different projects, Wikidata projects, and that was really nice because Wikidata projects allow newcomers to look at what are the different ways to document some item on Wikidata. It could be a programming language, it could be a software, it could be a historical monument or anything. But these Wikidata projects tell you the different possible ways to describe an item on Wikidata. So I think that's how I started contributing on Wikidata, and rest is history.
Great, thank you. Thank you for that explanation. I was wondering if you could give us a short overview of how Wikidata is useful to Wikipedia.
Yeah. Uh, Personally, when I explain this concept to my students as well, I said that Wikidata can be seen as a central hub which connects different Wikimedia projects. There are lots of Wikimedia projects. There is Wikipedia, and in different languages. Then you have got Wikisource, Wikimedia Commons, and all these are different projects. Like, they are spread across. And if there's no way that if you don't link them, for example, if we talk about the famous scientist Isaac Newton, and if this article on Wikipedia is not linked to his books on Wikisource, it's not interesting. So we need some way to create links between the different Wikimedia projects, and Wikidata serves as a central hub for connecting projects. And secondly, what I like about Wikidata is that it's a way that if you want to add some information about a city, you could start on Wikidata. You can go on Wikidata and check the available links, for example, the Wikipedia links, the Wikisource links, and you can go and find information in different languages, and that's quite very useful for the people. And then another thing that's very interesting is if you see carefully the current state of Wikipedia info boxes, for example. This is an example that I also show to my students. There are redundant information that are present on different language Wikipedia, and unfortunately, not all these Wikipedia have the latest information. And the what Wikidata could serve, I think, in the future, if things go very well, it could serve as a central source of information, at least for the structured data, where the information is up to date and you have the references, you have the information about the concerned item, concerned article, and people could fetch this information from Wikidata and feed it back to the Wikipedia. So all the Wikipedias will have the latest information because there is only one place where the latest information is available. That could be, of course, you have to discuss with the communities, and it's a very long process. I agree that, and I think one last thing I would say is the interesting aspect of the way that we represent information on Wikidata. Uh, in case of Wikipedia or Wikisource or different wiki books or any wiki universities, you have long phrases in your data. It's very long that you have to write long sentence. But in case of Wikidata, everything is like a triple. You have got a subject. You have got to write, okay, the person is a human, or the person's date of place of birth is certain place. So all this is like a triple. So things are very structured, and you could find interesting information. You could add a reference to this tiny little fact that the birthplace of this person is this area, or this person was born on this particular date. So you have this type of information that is properly structured, and you can add easily some references to these facts. And this is very interesting.
Great, thank you. Yeah, it sounds like Wikidata can be a real time saver for a lot of wikis. I think you were talking earlier about inter-wiki links, and maybe you could tell us a bit more about how they work.
So now I'm on English Wikipedia, and I also talked about Isaac Newton. So I would like to take the article of Isaac Newton. It's quite interesting because Isaac Newton is quite famous, and we have articles on Isaac Newton in many different languages. And let's see, this is the new version of English Wikipedia. And here you can see that on this English Wikipedia, you have got 224 languages that describe uh, um, Isaac Newton. Now, if you click, for example, any language, like for example, I'll take French, I'll open this tab and I'll come back to this to explain you the importance of Wikidata item. So in both these cases, these two versions are using the new version of Wikipedia pages, and you can see you have this two levels for you have the sidebar and you have the main article. Now let's come back to the English version. Just below the 224 languages, you have something called tools. Now I click on tools, I go down and I click on this item called Wikidata item. And here you go. You have got the Wikidata item, which is described here. So this is how every language Wikipedia uh, article can be linked to Wikidata. As you can see, if you go down, this is the way the information is presented on Wikidata. As I explained, you have got triples. This is an article about Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton spoke languages like Latin and English, so you have got three columns to say, okay, Isaac Newton spoke Latin and English, for example. But let's go down, and I would like to show you something here at the bottom where you have got the Wikipedia links. So here you can see that you have got a lot of Wikipedia articles. In this case, all these articles have been are describing Isaac Newton. And thanks to this approach, in any language Wikipedia, because they are, if it's linked to Wikidata, you could obtain this latest information that this language Wikipedia is, sorry, this article is available in different language Wikipedia. For example, I come back to the French version of my article. Here again, you see you have got all the other languages that describe Isaac Newton. And here you have got an option called UTI, which is a translation of the English word tools. And if you go down, if even if you do not speak French, it's not a problem because the word is element Wikidata. So let's click element Wikidata, and there you are. You have the same page which describes the article on Isaac Newton on Wikidata. And one more thing that I would like to talk about, which is I think this is very important, is that for example, if you want to add a new article, for example, you have described Isaac Newton in your language, and you want to add this into Wikipedia. All you have to do is click on Edit and go down and say I want to add Dag band, for example. So I said DAG, and I add the link of the new Dagbani article on English Wikipedia, and that's it. And you have got this information on the we link to Wikidata, and your language could also be accessible from other language Wikipedias. For example, this will appear in the list of the new language, the 225th language, which is Dagbani in this case.
Okay, great. Thank you for explaining that. Um, I just want to check that. So when you link the new language article to the Wikidata item, it's not just it's not just translating, let's say, the English version of the article. It's you can make a new article and craft the content you want there, but it
Yeah,
will still link to the Wikidata item.
exactly. You're right. Exactly, you're right about this. Because, for example, you could write an article on Dagbani Wikipedia on Isaac Newton. Your it's a structured content in your local language, and this is just linked. This is just a link that is going to be appearing in the in the link of Wikipedia, which I just showed at the bottom of the page, where you have got all these links to other language Wikipedia.
Okay, thank you. Um, And if I'm creating an entirely new article on Wikipedia, how would I go about checking if the Wikidata item already exists or if it's
Yeah,
already connected?
yeah. And for that, I would like to show you very interesting page. This page is available in all the language Wikipedias, and this is one page that I would like to show. This is called Special New Pages. And if you go, if you have seen this, is en.wikipedia.org/wiki/special colon new pages. And here you go, you see that there are lots of articles that have been created, uh, which may not be linked to Wikidata, for example. Let's take maybe the first article that has been created just now, and you can see if I click tools, there is no option called Wikidata item. So there is a possibility for you to work on. You can create a Wikidata item, add the information, for example, saying this is about an international sports event, and these are the information that's available on the on the English Wikipedia, and you could link this page to your newly created Wikidata item. And that's how we could do. And this is not just about English. I can take the same URL, and I can say, let's say, fr.wikipedia.org, and on the same page, special new pages, which is automatically translated. Maybe it says special new web page. It's done thanks to the translation mechanism of Wikimedia projects. So let's take another project. Here again, this is Championnat de Europe of 2024, one another sports event. And here again, you see, okay, here it's luckily, for example, somebody has created a Wikidata item, and the person has also linked it to the Wikidata item. So if you're a new contributor, you have to check this list, check the events, check the pages that are present, and see if they have been linked to Wikidata set. And I think that's a very interesting task for a newcomer, because you want to learn how to contribute on Wikidata. You can start with this page. You can take some newly created articles, because these are the articles that were created just maybe a couple of minutes before, or today morning, and you have this possibility to create new items and link those items to Wikidata.
Great, thank you. And this is not just for Wikipedia. The same process can be done with the other
For
Wikimedia
other
projects
projects,
too.
exactly. So I think I would like to show for other projects. For example, I would say en.wikisource .org, and I will say special new pages. So here you go, that this is, I'm on the wiki source. This is another project. This is not at all link Wikipedia project. This is a Wikimedia, wiki source project. And here again, you've got lots of newly created wiki source item pages, that could be linked to Wikidata. And why this is important? So I just showed you one example of Wikimedia projects, sorry, Wikipedia projects. But here, what I want to show is another. There are other Wikimedia projects like Wikiquote. So I'm coming back to the Isaac Newton article. You could see there are many articles on Wikiquote on Isaac Newton. And then if you go down, there are almost 8 articles on Wikisource. There are also article on Isaac Newton on Wikimedia Commons. So on a single page, you have this possibility to link different projects, for example, Wikipedia, Wikisource, Wikivoyage, Wikiversity, Wiktionary, sorry, not yet Wiktionary, Wiki codes, etc., to this Wikidata item.
Great, thank you. And I wonder if you have a couple of minutes, if you could show us how Wikidata is used on Commons.
Oh, yes, of course. So what I would like to show is I want to show you a couple of examples that which I really love. So let's start with let's take this example of a very nice historical monument uh, in Vienna, which is not very far from Lyon, the place where I live now. Here you can see that this is a Wikimedia project which has got lots of images. But what I want to show you is the right hand side of this project. This right in on this right hand side, you can see that the information is coming from Wikidata. You have the Wikidata item just below. It's called authority file. You can see the Wikidata item, and all this information are fetched from Wikidata, and these are fed to Wikimedia Commons. And this is quite interesting because you could put the information of Temple of Augustus and Livia on Wikidata items. You can add images. For example, there's a main image, there is an image of the place name sign, etc. And these things are coming appearing on Wikimedia Commons. So this is just a simple link. And if you wanna see what's the magic, it's just a simple thing. We just said please add the Wikidata info box. We didn't add any information on this page. We just said, please bring the information from Wikidata and add it here. So you can click on image, or you can click on place name sign, or you can click on show all. So that's one example, but there are other places. For example, another example which I would like to show is this beautiful step church. And here what you could see that this is another example where the data is coming from Wikidata. You could see there are multiple images. We have got the main image. We have got the image where during winter when there is snow. So it's quite beautiful to see this. And we have also got an image of interior. So if this information were not linked to Wikidata, this information would not have appeared on Wikimedia Commons. So let's go to Wikidata item. Now here we go. You have got the church building, you have got the explanation, you have got the main images, you have got the image of interior, you have got the winter view. So people added this information, and all these are information do appear on Wikimedia projects. For example, in this case, the Wikimedia Commons. One more thing that I would like to show here is an example of one more interesting aspect of Wikidata. For example, there's a project called structured data. I think many people may not have heard about it, but this is quite interesting because all of the information uh, that has already been described on Wikidata has also been linked to many of the Wikimedia Commons article. Now, what I want to say here is this is an image of the temple of Augustus and Livia. This says that this photograph depicts the temple of Augustus and Livia. If I click on the link, it brings me to this particular link, which is the Wikidata item. And similarly, you have got the copyright status, you have got the copyright license, when this photograph was taken, etc., etc. You could have more information, how you obtain this information, etc. And this is quite really interesting because it shows the potential of uh, linking different projects to Wikidata.
Great, thank you. Yeah, I can see the benefits for like the contextual metadata, but also the transparency of how the pictures are taken.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you. I wonder then if I could just finish with a final question. For someone new to Wikidata, or maybe they're an experienced Wikipedian or from editor of one of the other Wikimedia projects, but they're new to Wikidata, how would you recommend they start connecting articles with the Wikidata items?
Yes. Yeah, first, as I mentioned before, you could use, for example, special new pages. If you're a newcomer and do not know, you have never written an article on Wikipedia and you do not know how to start, but you would like to contribute on Wikidata. So I would say you could start with special new pages and see the different articles that have been newly created, and create new items and link those items through the interwiki links, and describe this item on Wikidata. And that's the one way that you can contribute. Secondly, you can also say, for example, you could look at these items and create an article and create also the Wikidata item. That's when you get a bit of an experienced contributor. You do this type of contribution. You create the Wikipedia article and you also create the Wikidata article at the same time. But please be careful that sometimes what happens is you have created a new Wikidata item, but for a new for an article on in your local language Wikipedia, but maybe there already exists a translation of this article in another language, and that page has already been connected. So don't worry if you have created a new item. Don't worry, don't panic. It's not a problem because there are experienced contributors who will come and correct your mistake. So don't worry. As we say in Wikimedia projects, it's called the famous term BRD: be bold, revert, and discuss. For example, you made a mistake, you people would come and revert your mistake, correct your mistake, and maybe their corrections were not correct, and then you could discuss. So be bold when you contribute to Wikidata projects. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much.